So this is probably one of the most beautiful headlines I've seen in a long time. This is pretty amazing. FTC is finally charging HomeAdvisor. You don't want to mess with the Federal Trade Commission. I'll tell you that much. I've never had any problems, but still. So I posted a screenshot of this in some groups on Facebook and sparked a lot of conversation. And so what I wanted to do, because I had a couple of people reach out to me and ask me questions, because I made a comment like, you should be responsible for your own marketing. And some people were just like, well, what does that look like, right? What do you guys do? So I just wanted to take a sec to kind of share, not pitching anything at all. This is just the strategies that we've used for almost 10 years now. And it keeps us extremely busy. So, and don't mind the mess in the background. I'm sitting in the shed because I have a sleeping baby in the house. So I'm trying to not wake him up. But so essentially, you need to run ads to generate leads, generate customers, and then do good work and get good reviews and get it listed on your Google My Business page. And then the more reviews you get, the higher that thing ranks. Plus, you've got coverage with ads. It's pretty basic, right? You increase the visibility with a great offer, you're going to be slammed with business. So the first thing, just set up your Google My Business page. It's very easy to do. They walk you through everything. Then second, have your website modified for lead generation and appointment setting, right? So if you're driving traffic to your website at all, whether it's paid or a little bit of organic, you want to have opt-in forms for people to put in their name, email, phone number, so they can, get a quote from you. And whatever your sales process is after that is what it is, right? You definitely want to have a sign-up form that disqualifies bad leads as much as possible. So, for example, if you did like countertops, right, you'd have a checkbox that says if you're looking for remnant material, click here. The moment they click there, they're disqualified. They never see your calendar to book an in-home quote appointment, and you've saved yourself a phone call, sending an email, responding to a text, all that good stuff. So you also want to set up call tracking. So we use Twilio inside of Remodel Engine. That's the CRM we use. But we use Twilio. It tracks all our calls, records all the calls, and inside the CRM, it actually takes all the recordings and puts them inside of a contacts record. So the entire conversation is tracked. So you know exactly what's going on. You don't miss anything, all of that good stuff. And then with a good CRM, especially if you've got a lot of money being spent on advertising, if you're good at that and you're good at generating leads, you're going to implode if you don't have systems and automation set up to disqualify, to book appointments, things like that. So a good CRM manages all the communication with your customers, allows you to schedule appointments for measurements, templates, whatever you're doing. I kind of wrote this with the countertop example in mind. It automates all your appointment reminders. It does cool things like missed call, text back. So like if you're on a job site and a new lead calls you and you can't pick up the phone, the system actually recognizes it and sends a text message to that person saying, hey, sorry, I'm with a customer. How can we help? Something along those lines. And then you can also send invoices and payments. And I think right now Remodel Engine is $97 a month for unlimited users. It's an invaluable tool. We used to duct tape everything together, and this thing does everything for stupid money. They should be charging way more than $97. Next, you want to set up a Google Calendar. You want to define your appointment days. So if you're doing sales calls, depending on the size of your company or the size of your team, set specific days that never change and specific time slots that never change. So if your sales days or sales call days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, perfect. Set the amount of appointment or the amount of time you need per appointment. Line them all up. So if you do 5 sales calls a day, 10 sales calls a day, whatever it is, so that way who's ever in charge of sales just looks at their phone in the morning, looks at their calendar on Google, and knows exactly where they're going and what they're going out to bid, right? So no variables on that whatsoever. Make that a hard and fast rule. Those appointment days do not change. And it allows, and the big reason for this is it allows people to, 1, automatically book appointments with you without you having to talk to them. But 2, if they do call in, it allows your team in the office to book appointments without having to reach out to the boss and say, hey, when are we available? Like, it's very professional and it's very easy. Next you want to do is run ads. And mainly you want to run ads to a good offer, right? So, cabinet refinishing, like I wouldn't do full remodels, to be honest. That's just my opinion. I've had better luck with splintering the offers. So It's like one remodel company that does all of these things. So we'd run offers for refinishing cabinets, refacing them with new doors, just running campaigns for countertops, things like that. But run those campaigns through these mediums. Couple of them here, and I'm going to write this down. Blip. Yep. So Google and Facebook, they're a little complicated. There's plenty of resources. You can go buy like the Ultimate Guide to Google AdWords or Facebook Marketing. They're thick books, but they're pretty easy to get started. YouTube's kind of the same thing. Here's what people miss, man. And I was talking to a guy today who told me that he responded to that post, and he said that they just do direct mail with these postcards, and it's something that we've been successful with as well. And last week he had like 26 sales calls, and just off of, I think he spent like under $1,000 on the postcards. So you have that, and then billboards, right? So the nice thing about Blip is that they're a digital billboard company, so you can test different variations of ads on that billboard before you go to a permanent billboard and start paying, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. This, you can, set your daily budget, $10 a day if you want. And it'll show your ad that many times. And then if you start getting people calling, well, then you know the billboard is working and the offer on the billboard is actually working. So, and then TV and radio, local cable, local radio. It's not super crazy expensive. Ask for remnant space if they have it. You'll get it even cheaper. So the next thing you'll need to do is just book appointments, close the deals. If you can, the nice thing about splintering offers is that, like, for example, if you're just going in and doing countertops or you're just going in and doing cabinet refinishing, you can write the bid right there on the spot and collect the deposit and close the deal, get a signed contract right there on the spot. If you're remodeling a kitchen, it does take some time, right? If you're remodeling a full bathroom, it does take some time. You've got to sketch out plans, pick out finishes, blah, blah, blah. If you're offering a single trade, it is easy and easier to close the deal. Now, if you're going to do full remodels, then close the design contract, right? Sell a design service for $500 to $1,500. Get them to make some sort of commitment financially with you. And then, schedule the job, do the work, and then do good work. This is key right here. I've learned over the years that the license does not make the contractor. And I've run into plenty of contractors that do subpar work, but they just were able to pass the test and get the license. So make sure you do stellar work. Always show up early, always be clean. This is basic stuff, right? Know your craft always, communicate always, capture video testimonials, as many as you can. Some customers are camera shy, but those are valuable pieces of media that you can use in your marketing. And then capture before and after video and photos always, no matter how small the job, okay? So you can upload these to a YouTube channel. You can put them on your Facebook, put them on Instagram. You can use them as ads. And it's just more proof that you can do what you say you can do versus everybody else running ads that says we're licensed, bonded, and insured. Hope you pick us, right? This is actual proof that you can do what you say you can do. So, and a lot of guys don't have this. They don't. If they did, it'd make my job, with our companies a lot more competitive, right? But they don't. This is really easy. So now once you do all of this, send them a review link to leave a review on Google. That's really all you got to do. And the more 5-star reviews you get, the higher that Google listing is going to rank. And now you've got leads coming in from your Google business page, but now you've got them coming in from all your advertising platforms, and you're just compounding all of those reviews and all of that media and creating a system that, we've done some crazy things. Like we had a countertop company up in Salt Lake City, and he was doing I think our sales guy up there was doing 12 to 15 sales calls a day. That was huge. Like he went from zero to, coming on board with us and doing 12 to 15 a day and, started making crazy, insane money. And it's busy, right? And he was doing 12 to 15 a day, Monday through Saturday. So we had to bring in more people and all that good stuff. But that's really how you scale a company, right? Is run a ton of ads. And mainly it's increase your visibility. That's all it is. So I hope that helps, guys. I've always hated HomeAdvisor and Angie's List, and I've always thought they were full of shit. So I hope you got some value from this. Message me if you hated it. Message me if you have questions. I don't really care. I'm just here to help the group out. So Thanks, guys, so much. I hope you guys have a great day.